Today we're going to learn how to delegate your vote. Now we're going to use Aave as an example, but this will work on any DAO that is set up to work with the following three platforms. The first one that we're going to look at is called Tally. So you can find that at tally.xyz. Once you're on the Tally website, you can scroll down and you'll see different DAOs. So you go to the DAO that you're looking for. In our case, we're looking for Aave. And when you click on that, you can see all of the different information related to that DAO. The number of proposals, the number of holders, the number of voters, and the proposals themselves. The votes against, the total number of votes, when it's proposed. If you click on it, you'll see when the proposal is ending, as well as more descriptions. For this, we're going to look at the delegates. So once you click on Explore All Delegates, you can now see everybody that has created a profile to manage and to vote in the Aave DAO. What delegation means is you have Aave tokens in your wallet, and with those Aave tokens, you are able to vote in those proposals. The proposals are anything that can change the way that Aave works, either at the protocol level, increasing supply caps on the supply level, or even listing new tokens, right? Like adding LUSD, changing risk parameters, community developments, even the grant funding can be decided via governance. So if you yourself don't have the time to vote and participate, then you can choose to delegate your tokens to someone else. And you can choose who you want it to be based off of what their platforms are, how active they say they're going to be, and whether or not you agree with what they say. Let's look at an example. Delegate. If I go down and scroll more, you can see that a lot of people have no bios and have no names. This is because they haven't set up their profile. However, they did get delegations. So you don't have to set up a profile to get delegations, because sometimes I can maybe talk to you directly and say, I want a delegation, and then you just delegate it to me. If you set up a public profile, that's more for organizations and for individuals that are publicly seeking delegations. For example, I come here, and if I don't already know who I want to delegate it to, I can just go here and browse through. One example we can look at is scrolling down. You can see a lot of the student groups have set up delegates. For example, UPenn, Blockchain at Columbia, Blockchain at Berkeley. And if we want to delegate to one of them, we just press on Delegate here. You connect your MetaMask, and then click again for delegating voting power. So delegate your votes. And when you press on Delegate Votes, the MetaMask should show up, and then you just confirm that transaction. When you confirm that transaction, you will then see that their delegation has gone up for their voting power. Right now they have 108,000 Aave tokens that people have delegated to them. You can also see previous proposals that they voted in and which direction they have. So this is how you determine a project's platform, or this is how you determine a delegate's platform and what the delegate wants to do, what the delegate stands for, how they make their decisions, how often they make decisions. Once that delegation is done, then that's the last step. They will go and they delegate using they will go and they will vote using your voting power. And at any point, if you don't like the decision that they make, you can undelegate. This is what's known as liquid democracy, and it's something very unique to crypto, that these delegates have to be on good behavior, and they have to be active, and they have to stay true to what they promise. Because if at any point they deviate, or they don't do what they say they were going to do, or they're not as active as they said they are, you as a delegator have the ability to withdraw your vote and then give it to someone else. You can also delegate your vote on Sybil.org. So if the DAO is set up with Sybil.org, you can just go to Sybil.org, go to the DAO, in this case Aave, and same as before, but a little different layout. You can see the different delegates, you can see the proposals, and you have to connect your wallet. So once you connect your wallet, you'll now see your profile if you've set it up. You see the proposals as mentioned before. On the delegate section, you can see the total number of votes that everyone has. And same as before, you can see their icon if they've set it up, their username, and a link to their Twitter. So by clicking on their Twitter, you can go and learn more about that platform. You can see their voting history, which way they've voted, and whether or not it's passed. You can learn more about specific proposals by clicking on them, reading the descriptions, and all these tools will help you identify who it is that you want to delegate your vote to. So same as before, if I pick one of the student groups and I want to delegate my vote to them because I like the way that they're voting and they're being very active, then in this case it's already delegated. But otherwise you would see the delegate button, and same as on Tally, you click on it and the MetaMask will pop up and you just sign the transaction. The third way to delegate your vote is directly on Aave's own governance portal that they've made. So on here, you connect your wallet, and then your info will be populated on here. The link for this is app.aave.com/governance. You'll see the proposals, whether it was voted for or against, and then how much you've already delegated. And if you have Aave, you can then click on set up delegation, select the delegate that you want, and then it'll do that delegation. Another thing to note is that not only can you delegate Aave, but you could also delegate staked Aave. When staking your tokens in the safety module, you can earn up to 6.19% APR at the moment, although that does change very often. But what's cool is that you can stake it, you can earn, and you can delegate it to someone for voting. So you can get benefits to both things. Why delegate regular Aave for other people to vote when you can delegate staked Aave and you can be earning while also getting the benefits of giving it to someone for them to vote, right? Delegating the voting power.